Welcome back. It's time to look at your sport with me, Lebuma Dubanya. As the battle lines now have officially been drawn, 24 strong African nations now know who they'll be facing in the group stages of the TotalEnergies CAF Africa Cup of Nations Côte 2023. Now, Bafana are in a tough group where they will have to face Tunisia, Mali and Namibia. To unpack this and a little bit more, we are joined by the Bafana legend himself, most loved South African football athlete, that is Lucas Radebe. Good afternoon and welcome to Newzroom Afrika, Lucas.
Yeah, good afternoon, Lebo. Nice to see you and thank you for having me.
Yeah, you've had an extended Saturday today. We are the cherry on top of what has been a success of a day, because today you are launching Afcon trophy, the Afcon trophy. TotalEnergies Africa Cup of Nations Côte 2023 trophy is in South Africa.
Very exciting, Lebo. I mean, you must realize on top of what's going on at the moment with the box winning, you know, we have the Afcon trophy, TotalEnergies trophy around the country. People are really up and about, and the emotions and the memories are coming back, flooding back to them. You know, when you remember the 96, you know, the atmosphere, absolutely brilliant. Loved it with a lot of drama.
With a lot of drama. Tell me about the drama. I mean, we haven't heard about the drama. Give me the scoop on the drama.
I didn't realize that trophy is so important. Starting from, you know, at the airport with the police and convoy.
This is today.
This is the early morning. Early morning when that trophy arrived. But it was absolutely amazing, you know. And when we went into Soweto, it was great. I think, actually, for me to see it, because you remember ours was that. It's a different one than the one we had. Ours was like the straight one, like that, you know. And this one is actually a different trophy, you know. But the fact is that we had it, we won it, you know, in this country, and we had the right to have it today and showcase it around the country. And I mean,
obviously, the box won the Rugby World Cup. They were in Soweto, and here you guys are coming as well with the Afcon trophy, where Bafana have an opportunity to emulate what you did back in 1996. How was it? You were in Primrose, I hear, and then you went to the Kaizer Chiefs home base in Naturena. Tell me about, paint the picture for us. Tell me about your afternoon with the trophy, with the South African football-loving fans that are also still celebrating the Rugby World Cup.
Yeah, it's the brilliant thing, Lebo, is that there were these young boys as well. You know, that my 2000.
They
were not there. They were not there. And I
think, they know you?
I think some of them knows me. Some of them they got to know me. You know, when they saw the trophy. But again, it's the inspiration. You know. You know, you can see even the elders now. You know, everybody says, I that Bafana, but the spirits were high. You know, everybody was happy to see it, and everybody was saying, but we've got a good chance. You know, yes, it's coming again next year. You know, for me, that is amazing what that moment can do. You know, to a community. You know, because if you look at that trophy, you almost see the emotions and what everything that went into the trophy, because the sweat, there's the blood, sweat, and everything. A lot of emotions that went through, and it's absolutely great, and that's a source of inspiration for the nation.
And how was it when we take you back, and I want you to link the historic World Cup winnings of back then in the 90s to you winning an Afcon, and how possibly it could be for Bafana now that 2023 we've had a Rugby World Cup and the possibility lies in their hands for next year's Afcon.
Yeah, I think especially that we qualified, you know, it gives us that right, you know, to go and compete, you know, for a bigger prize, you know, and I have that belief now. after watching them, after what I saw actually today, you know, with, when we were traveling. I mean, we went to Kaizer Chiefs Village.
Yes.
Where there was press and everybody came to see. And it was great to see actually, you know, going home, you know, to the village. It was absolutely amazing. The atmosphere was so bubbly. It felt like we're hosting it again, you know, which is great. And I think that paints a great picture for our people, for the fans to rally behind the current team. Because yes, for me, it's encouraging because I've seen that Hugo Bros has done well with the team and with the quality that he had. There's the sustainability in terms of the team, you know, gelling together, and you can see that at least there is an aim, there is a goal that you know, they're preparing for, and never mind the results of the friendlies. They don't leave that alone, but it's the consistency of the team. And you know, before you would know, you'll find anyone in the street and say, "Can you mention Bafana team?"
Yes.
They will mention from the goalkeeper to the reserves. You know,
yeah.
And I think that's where it's getting to now. You know, we're seeing that now the team.
There's a new crop.
There's a new crop of
yes.
these youngsters. They're getting excited. Now they get to know the players because that team has been consistent for a while now. And that's why we qualified. And now because we're there, it's going to be tough. But I think, you know, with the spirit from Mapogopogo, we're just going to rally behind that, and we've got a good chance, even if it's going to be hard.
You lifted the trophy in '96. And then who had just won the Rugby World Cup in '95? And it was quite an emotional day for you today, when you were telling them that you were inspired then. Maybe this year's crop will be inspired. Indeed.
I think that's the idea, you know, to take the trophy around. I mean, it's amazing to see it because not that inspires the current crop only or the aspiring youngster footballers, but the fans.
Yeah.
You know, give them that excitement back again, and surely I believe that yes, we've had enough of 1995, 1996.
Hey, we keep talking about you. We need to find another Lucas from 19. We need to let go of you.
No, exactly. But I think it's coming for me. I think it's coming. Yes, 1995, the rugby team.
Yeah.
They won it in
the World Cup.
The World Cup.
Yeah.
And then the next year it was our turn in the Afcon. You know, but there was no pressure. You know, that's the great thing that I thought about now. Thinking,
you think there's no pressure now? I think
now the boys can feel. No, I think now they can feel the pressure
from the rugby guys.
From the rugby guys, and obviously they haven't been doing as well as they do. And I hope that they instill that belief, because you know you're gonna have to believe in yourself. You know, going into this tournament, especially with the expectations, you know, of our fans. You know how we are. You know, we always gonna say, but are we Bafana? Can they emulate the rugby team? You know, can they add to what we achieved already? You know, but to be honest, I believe that we've got the quality. You know, that will compete at that level as long as we can at least get out of the group stages. Yeah.
Let's talk about that. Mali, Namibia, Tunisia. Tunisia haven't lifted the trophy before, but not the same team, obviously. A lot has changed since. In terms of our opponents, how do you think we fare?
Yeah, there's good teams. I think, you know, all these years, they've been... brilliant. I mean, we saw the last World Cup in it was in the World Cup. No, not the World Cup. Sorry, the
not
Afcon.
The World Cup. Yes.
The Afcon, and even the World Cup, we saw how the representation from Africa was absolutely quality. And the last Afcon,
yes.
and you can see the standard has risen. You know, And to be honest, it makes it even tougher. Even the smaller teams that we thought they're smaller teams, they're even doing better. So
there's no longer small teams now?
No. Now you're looking, even in our group, you've got Namibia, and you're thinking, no, I think we can beat Namibia. They qualified. They could, it could be a banana.
Yeah, a banana slip could happen there.
It could happen. But I think all these years, there's a lot of teams that have improved. The Togos and all that. And there's been a lot of players that are quality that will come back to this community. That's why the standard of the Afcon now is absolutely top class, and it's going to be a huge competition, and it's going to be quality there. So we're going to have to be able to match that.
And isn't it also great to see that you were talking about if you'd asked anyone a couple of years ago who is in the Bafana squad, and we would tell you it's that guy that plays for yellow and black, and it's the other guy, and then he's supported by his midfielders. I'm not going to mention any of the teams, but now Hugo has got such a variety. Yeah. The fact that he's also depending on our international players.
Indeed.
And we've got the youngsters playing for big clubs now. Yeah. It's not just only local PSL that's giving us the feed into Bafana.
True. Leb. You look at the teams that have done well in the Afcon. These are the teams that have the experience, of those players who are playing abroad, who come back and represent their country, and they add a lot of quality. And for us, it's crucial that people like Lyle Foster,
yes,
they will come to Pesita, who, come back and give and solidify that squad, and I think Hugo Boss has got a good squad, and I think he's done well and he's doing well, with the team. But what it's going to take for us, to get to a level where we can say it is possible that we can win it. It's the consistency. I understand the winning, because the winning comes from the combination, how well we play and we gelled as a team. And that will breed success and sustain that. Because, we need to sustain that and climb to the level where we were before. We're thinking we're the top 5 in Africa. When you mention the Afcon, South Africa has to be there. So that's for us, that's the challenge. And I believe that with time, we will get there. And it is showing now. But it's starting from next year.
But you guys have taken quite a lot of time as footballer.
Indeed. I mean, to be honest, these boys, I don't think they have such much reference, especially with a lot of ex-players, out of the game and not
South African ones,
and because I think they needed that motivation, from the ex-players to be involved, to be just closer to them, to make them realize what it means to represent the country at that level. And not only that, because they can go over that and actually, go and play at the highest level, through their how they perform, in the Africa Cup of Nations.
Let's bring it back now to the trophy tour that's currently taking place. I was told you were playing. Today. I was told you were playing. Tell me about that. I thought your playing days, Lucas, are long gone. But I also was told that you have he's got into an international competition. The Legends will also be playing. So how did it go today in the five-a-side?
That's one thing, that when you see the football, that round thing, you just want to chase it and kick it. And today was one of those days where I can play. When you put in the Kaizer Chiefs jersey, you play against the TotalEnergies team. It was brilliant. It was good fun. But you realize, when you have to stretch for the ball, that you passed your days. But it was all about fun. It was absolutely brilliant. And yes,
Do you still say,
we're keeping fit, not as much as we used to.
Because as I was picking you up to come up the stairs, I saw you were...
Yeah, I was I was walking a bit gingerly, but yeah, I think that's the result of, and that actually showing our age. Our age. But yeah, we enjoyed it, and it was great. Yes, after the game, you have those knocks, you have those, you have the stiffness, and you hope that you will make it to the next game. But I think it's only the name of fun, and it's trying to inspire and showcasing what football is all about. It's about the passion, it's about the love of the game, and again, not forgetting that it's the legacy.
Yes.
That you're building. It's the inspiration. And yes, loads of them look at us and they think, yeah, but I want to be like him.
All right. Before we let you go, let's also touch on the fact that I did say it. You're not getting into it. You're part of the Legends team. Yeah. You guys have some serious international friendlies coming up this month. Yes. Just unpack that for us. And who are some of the players that are in the Legends? What qualifies someone to be part of a Legends team?
As long as you're not on crutches.
Good answer. True.
And you're able to run a little bit.
Yeah, a little.
Yeah, just a little bit, just from there to there, you know. Because nowadays, you don't pass the ball to space. You pass it right to
the player.
Your feet.
You don't say, no. Get into space.
Yeah, but again, it's great because it keeps us still involved in the game, but I think the importance of it is being together with the legends, bringing people like Doctor, bring people like Majens Mutale, and it gives reference to these young up and coming and the current players, and again it gives us a chance to come and meet with our counterparts, in Africa, in the continent, which is brilliant, because this is what needs to happen. We need to come close together, as the Africa Cup of Nations is playing. It's playing a big role of bringing Africa closer and improving the football. So our legends have played a big part. So don't leave them out, eh?
No,
please,
we're not leaving you out.
Give them a chance.
We're not leaving you out.
Even if we don't run as fast as we used to, but you can't buy experience.
No, we definitely can. That's why you're definitely here. And,
sure.
And a lot of people also that are watching want to know, you are so passionate about the game and you're so influential about it. Why is it that we're not seeing you in those difficult rooms of that enable change to happen? Yeah. Why are we not seeing you there?
At some point there's personal reasons, that while you were playing football, it took a lot of time out of you. So sometimes you need to think about the family, especially when you retire. But again, the passion, especially if you look at what's happening in the game today, you want to give back. And you want to give back in a way that it impacts it in a positive way. It's not a matter of position,
yes.
But it's a matter of being or having a role where you contribute positively to football, and as well be part of evolving of the game in terms of giving back and coming back with great ideas that can improve our football.
I think that's a brilliant answer, Lucas, that you don't have to be in certain positions in boardrooms to change the way the game is. And just your presence being there this afternoon had a lot of impact. Jessica Mutaung stood up and spoke so fondly at Naturena when you were having your trophy in exhibition. How did that make you feel, especially the fact that they have a lot of youngsters at their disposal, which is the next generations that look up to you?
Indeed. I think for me it was a bit emotional, coming back home, and I think with the welcome that we've received with TotalEnergies. So it was fantastic. For me, I think that's what is missing in the game today, bring back the boys. Let these guys, young boys, have reference. Let them see who we're talking about. You know, I was talking today. I was seeing they're all running into Melenkuni. But okay, I'm walking alone. I'm alone now.
Wow.
No, seriously. But they came back, and some of the boys, they came back to me and said, "Can you take a picture?" And I'm thinking, okay, you see, that's what happens, and I think that's what we need. Actually to do and to see a club like Kaizer Chiefs with such facilities, you know, where they can host, you know, our TotalEnergies trophy tour in the way they did today, you know, with the welcoming of our GM and all the dignitaries there. It said a lot about the standard of the clubs, you know, and the league as well that we are in which I think we need to improve. How
do you think we'll pan out? As I let you go now, in our group, who's coming out of our group?
What?
I know I'm looking at some of these groups and I'm also getting anxious. Possibilities of coming out of this group?
I believe that we'll come out of the group. I know we've got tough teams. I mean, we've got the teams that we beat in 1996 in Tunisia. You know, we have Mali. I'm telling you.
Very dangerous.
Very dangerous team, you know. And then the underdogs, Namibia.
Always.
I think, you know, the best thing they're here, and the most important thing, is to start well. You know, if you start on a positive note.
No calculators.
Beat the big guns. Beat Tunisia. Beat Mali. Then you know that at least you've got a good chance. You know, going through.
We must beat all of them, because you don't want the last day, Lucas. We are holding calculators, and then we are depending on Namibia to do us a favor by beating Mali so that we can go through on point. No.
Absolutely. I think that as well, it gives confidence to the players. You know, it boosts their morale. You know, and for us with the fans back home, you know, we'll be in jubilation, making sure that at least we push them all the way. But I believe that those players in their minds, yes, they're under pressure. Yes, I know there's a lot of expectations, but I think they realize the importance of not representing themselves, but representing what the country means, you know, about the sport as a whole, you know, after what rugby did. And the sport plays a big part, you know, in uniting. And again, I mean, imagine the emotions. Remember the emotions, you know, today you are happy, tomorrow you've held your hands on your head and you're thinking next time you up on your chair. You know, that's the beauty of the game. And for us, with the resilience that we have, I know that we can do it. So you reckon we're going to emulate the Springboks, although it's not a World Cup, and win this Afcon? It's going to take a lot of guts, and I think it's going to be hard, because again, we do well in the Afcon. Yeah. We need to sustain that. Yeah. You know, going forward. You know, we had a chance when we had the World Cup and actually to start again and sustain the success that we've had in hosting and playing. And this time, we can't afford not to do well, you know, in this Afcon. So we're going to have to do well and sustain that going forward, you know, to be one of the top 5 teams, you know, in the continent. Lucas, I think we'll have to bring you back to our studio when the Africa Cup of Nations starts, so we can have more conversations and stand up on our chairs, hold our heads, and be passionate South Africans about football. Thank you so much for joining us. Yeah, no, thank you very much. I mean, we're lucky that we've got such brands like TotalEnergies who are behind us, who are giving opportunity to the fans to see the ability to, you know, to experience and to see that that trophy there, and then it gives them that the hope that it is possible, it's coming home. All right, it's definitely coming home, because it will be in Pretoria tomorrow, so make sure you've got your eyes on social media platforms to see where you can go see that Afcon trophy that might be lifted by Bafana come next year. And that is that for now. It's back to Ntanta.